You've been told that to speak English fluently, you just need to study more grammar, memorize more words, and listen to more podcasts. But let's be honest, you've done all that, haven't you? You understand English perfectly. Yet when it's time to speak, your brain freezes, your mouth locks, and all those words suddenly disappear. The truth is, understanding isn't the same as speaking. And the secret to fluency has nothing to do with studying harder. It's about training your brain and your mouth to work together. In today's video, I'll show you the simple daily habits that turn passive knowledge into real, confident speaking. Step by step, word by word, day by day. Because the only way to speak English fluently is to speak English daily. So if you're tired of staying silent while your mind screams in perfect English, you're in the right place. Stay with me till the end, and you'll discover how to finally unlock your English voice. This is Peter, and you're watching English Unlocked, where fluency isn't a dream, it's a habit. Don't forget to hit subscribe and join thousands of learners who are finally speaking with confidence. Let's unlock your English together. You understand every word in a movie, right? But when someone suddenly asks, "Hey, how's your day?" your mind goes blank. Why does that happen? It's not because you're bad at English. It's because your brain has learned to receive English, not to produce it. You're a great listener, but your mouth hasn't had enough training. Imagine this. You can watch people swim all day, read books about swimming, even understand every move. But if you never jump into the water, will you ever swim? Of course not. Speaking English works the same way. Start small. Talk about your day. I'm drinking coffee. I'm going to work. Record your voice. Listen to it. Repeat. Yes, it feels strange at first, but that's how progress sounds. Don't wait for perfect grammar. Wait for connection. Because fluency doesn't come from silence, it comes from sound, your sound. So speak, even to yourself, even if it's just for 1 minute a day. That 1 minute can change everything. Every word you say is a step closer to confidence. And remember, your mouth learns only when it moves. So move it, feel it, live it, and let your English finally come alive. You listen to English every day. Songs, movies, YouTube. You understand so much, right? But when it's your turn to speak, silence. Why is it so easy to understand, yet so hard to talk? Because understanding is like watching someone cook. You see the steps, you know the recipe, but until you touch the pan, you never really learn to cook. Speaking English is the same. You must touch the language, feel it, use it. Start with small, simple sentences. Say what you see. I'm sitting. I'm drinking tea. I'm watching this video. Don't wait for a partner. Your voice is your best practice tool. Record yourself, even for 1 minute. Listen. Repeat. You'll be surprised. Your mouth starts to move faster, your words flow easier. Mistakes? Good. Mistakes mean movement, and movement means growth. No one becomes fluent by being silent. So, stop thinking I can't speak yet. Start thinking I'm learning to speak. Every small word, every brave sentence, builds your confidence brick by brick. Remember, English is not something you study. It's something you live. So live it, speak it, feel it. Your English voice is already inside you. It's time to let it out. You know what most English learners do wrong? They wait. They wait for the perfect word, the perfect grammar, the perfect moment to speak. But guess what? That perfect moment never comes. When you wait for perfect, you lose your chance to connect. You stop your words before they even leave your mouth. And that's why your English stays trapped inside your head. Let me tell you something powerful. Communication is not about perfection. It's about connection. If the other person understands you, you've already succeeded. Think about a baby learning to talk. Do they speak perfectly? They try, they repeat, they fall, they laugh. And then suddenly they speak. That's how humans learn. That's how you will learn too. So stop waiting for flawless sentences. Start speaking with fearless ones. Even if you make mistakes, you're moving forward. Even if your accent is strong, your courage speaks louder. Remember this. Fluency is not about being perfect, it's about being brave. Say it again. Fluency is not about being perfect, it's about being brave. So go ahead. Open your mouth. Let the world hear your English, your real, human, growing English. Because silence never makes progress, but your voice always will. Have you ever felt like English words just disappear when you need them most? You know them in your mind, but when you try to speak, boom, they vanish. That's not because you're bad at English. It's because you haven't trained your brain to think in English. Yes, thinking in English, that's the real game changer. When you stop translating from your native language, your words start to flow naturally. You speak faster. You understand quicker. You sound more confident. But how do you do that? Start small. Every day, talk to yourself in English, in your mind or out loud. When you wake up, say, "I'm brushing my teeth." When you eat, say, "This soup tastes great." Simple sentences, real situations. Because English is not just a subject, it's a living skill. And don't worry about mistakes. Your brain learns through repetition, not perfection. Every small English thought builds a stronger English brain. So next time you walk, think in English. When you feel happy, describe it in English. When you see something funny, say it in English. Train your mind to live in English, not just study it. Because once your thoughts change, your words will follow. And that's when English stops being a lesson and becomes your second nature. Do you know what stops most people from improving their English? It's not grammar. It's not vocabulary. It's fear. The fear of making mistakes, of sounding silly, of being judged. But here's the truth. Mistakes are proof that you're learning. Every single fluent speaker you admire once made hundreds of mistakes. They just didn't stop. They kept going even when their sentences were broken, even when people laughed. You see, when you make a mistake, your brain gets feedback. It learns what's right, what's wrong, and what to fix next time. Without mistakes, there is no progress. So if you never speak because you're scared, you're actually training yourself to stay silent. Let's change that. Start small. Speak one sentence a day. Record your voice. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Yes, it feels strange at first, but that's how growth begins. Remember, confidence doesn't come before speaking. It comes from speaking. So let yourself sound imperfect. Let yourself sound real. Because one day, you'll look back and realize those mistakes were just steps on your path to fluency. Keep going. Keep speaking. And never, ever let fear decide how far your English can go. Have you ever listened to a native speaker and thought, wow, they speak so fast. I'll never understand that? Let me tell you something, it's not about speed. It's about rhythm. English has a natural rhythm, like music. Once you feel it, you'll understand more, even without knowing every word. Think about a song you love. You don't understand every lyric, right? But you feel the beat, the emotion, the flow. That's exactly how English works. To train your ear, listen every day. Short clips, simple podcasts, or even movie scenes. Don't try to understand every word. Instead, focus on the tone, the pauses, the stress. Notice how some words are strong and others are soft. That's the melody of English. Try shadowing. Repeat after what you hear. Imitate the sound, the speed, the emotion. You'll sound more natural, and your brain will start catching patterns automatically. Listening is not passive learning. It's active training. Every minute you listen with attention, your mind becomes sharper. So next time you listen to English, don't just hear it, feel it. Let the rhythm guide your understanding. Because when your ears learn the music of English, your mouth will naturally start to sing it too. Do you know what makes English learning truly powerful? Not just words, not grammar, but connection. The moment you use English to connect with real people, everything changes. When you speak to someone from another country, even with simple words, you feel something amazing, understanding. It's like building a bridge between two worlds. And that feeling, my friend, is worth every mistake you'll ever make. So stop waiting until your English is perfect. Perfection is not the goal, communication is. Say it simply. Say it honestly. Because when your heart is clear, your English becomes clear too. Start small. Join an online English group. Comment on a video. Ask a question in English. Don't worry about being judged. Most people admire your courage more than your accent. Remember, English is not a test. It's a tool for connection, for opportunity, for friendship. Every time you use it, your confidence grows stronger. So speak. Listen. Share your story in English. Because the world doesn't need perfect English. It needs your real voice. Let me ask you something. How long have you been learning English? 1 year? 5 years? Maybe more? And yet, sometimes, you still feel stuck, right? You understand a lot, but when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank. That's because learning is not just about time, it's about consistency. 10 minutes every day beats 2 hours once a week. Your brain grows through repetition, not intensity. Like watering a plant. Small drops every day make it bloom. Create a simple routine. Listen to English while you brush your teeth. Read one short article before bed. Write 3 sentences about your day. These small habits might seem tiny, but they build momentum. Consistency is not about being perfect. It's about showing up, even on the days you don't feel like it. Because every minute you invest compounds over time. You may not notice progress today, but one day, you'll look back and realize you've come so far. So don't wait for motivation. Build discipline. Keep your routine alive. Because real fluency doesn't come from big effort once. It comes from small effort every single day. Have you ever looked at someone speaking English fluently and thought, they must be so smart? Let me tell you, it's not about being smart. It's about being curious. Curiosity is the real secret to mastering English. When you hear a new word, don't just skip it, chase it. Ask yourself, what does it really mean? How can I use it in my life? That little moment of curiosity turns learning into discovery. I remember one student who loved cooking. Every time she learned a new recipe in English, she wrote down the words, stir, boil, slice. After 1 month, she spoke English naturally while cooking. Because she connected English with what she loved. That's the power of curiosity. It makes English part of your world. It transforms studying into living. So explore. Watch things you enjoy, sports, fashion, travel. Ask questions. Look deeper. Let English become the language of your interests, your passions, your daily life. Because when you learn with curiosity, you don't just study English, you fall in love with it. And when that happens, fluency is no longer a dream. It's just the next step in your journey. One day, you'll wake up and realize something amazing. You'll be thinking in English without even trying. You'll hear a phrase, and your mind will understand it instantly. That's the moment when English stops being a subject and becomes a part of you. But to reach that day, you must stay patient. Fluency is not a straight road. Some days you'll feel unstoppable, and some days you'll feel stuck. And that's okay. Because progress is not about never falling. It's about never quitting. Every word you learn, every sentence you speak, every time you listen, it's one more step forward. Even when it feels small, it matters. Even when no one notices, your brain is still growing. So celebrate the small wins. You understood a podcast today? You said one new word out loud? That's progress. Remember, success is built from small victories, not giant leaps. And as you keep going, you'll see that English isn't just a language. It's a key to new people, new places, new dreams. So don't stop now. Keep learning. Keep speaking. Keep believing. Because the English you dream of, it's already waiting for you on the other side of persistence. And before we wrap up, let me share 2 simple tips that can change the way you learn English. First, stay consistent. Even 10 minutes a day can build incredible results over time. Second, connect English with your real life. Make it part of what you love, not just what you study. If today's message inspired you, don't forget to subscribe to English Unlocked, where we learn, grow, and unlock your English potential together. Thank you so much for listening, my friend, and I'll see you in the next episode. Dizzy.